to get poked. Ooh, sweet. Hey all, so I'm gonna add this to next week's weekly bump, but I just got my blood drawn. I'm 8 weeks today, so next week I'll do it a little bit further into 8 weeks, but I just got my blood drawn from my doctor's office today. That way I have the results by my appointment on the 8th. And they took a lot of blood. They took 11 vials of blood. So even she came up, she's like, okay, ready? We're gonna take a lot of blood. I was like, really? Like usually it's like 4, 5 vials. There was 11 vials. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. That way I have some energy for work because I'm on my lunch break. So I'm gonna get out of here, go get some food, and head back to work for the rest of my day. So that was a fun lunch break, I guess, getting some blood taken. So we'll see how those results come back. I might explain next week what all they took, because I did take a picture of my, what they are testing for. I did take a picture of my, my blood order form thing, so I'm going to research it a little bit, see what everything is for, and then next week I'll talk more about that on my week 8 bump date. So I will see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so right before this I connected 2 little videos of just me waiting to get my blood drawn and then my blood drawn. I didn't have time this week to look into what my blood was getting drawn for. I took a picture of the blood test order. So I took a picture of that so I could research it a little bit more later. So I am going to look into it before my next appointment, which is next Monday. We'll get to hear the heartbeat, and I'm praying there will be a heartbeat because I did have that little bit of spotting, I think in week 6. I had it like twice, so nothing crazy. It was literally like one part of the day, like one moment of the day where I wiped and there was some blood, but it wasn't even like only blood. It was like it was like that egg white cervical mucus mixed with like a dark, almost rusty kind of coloring, and it was so faint, like of the blood, that it I don't think it meant anything. I'm wondering if it was more of like my cervix like fully closing or something. I don't know. But so praying that we get to hear a heartbeat. I believe my husband's gonna go with me. I don't know if he's taking the day off or what, but I'm gonna take a half day because I'm not gonna go to work for like an hour and then go to the appointment and then come back and then have lunch or anything like that at work. So I'm gonna just take half the day and then go back to work that like an hour after the appointment or so. So that way my husband and I can get lunch together or something. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, so not much has changed. This is officially week 8. I believe I'm 8 weeks and 4 days now. So I'll be turning 9 weeks on Friday. So I'm well into the 8th week. Baby is the size of a raspberry, of a small raspberry. So half an inch about. A little more than half an inch, I think. Like 0.6 inches or something like that. So it should already have its arms and legs kind of poked out, and the little tail should be gone, and fingers are starting to grow. They're still webbed, but they're starting to grow, and the brain is starting to form a little more with all the nerves and nerve receptors and all that stuff. And the baby should have the umbilical cord and everything now. Not much has changed symptom-wise. I'm not nauseous. My boobs aren't really sore. I had like sore nipples, like the areola areas, slightly every now and then. It just comes and goes. I've been extremely tired, and out of breath. Like the simplest thing, like changing my daughter's diaper, my first rainbow baby. I just walked her to her room, which she walked to her room, so I followed her, lifted her on the bed, changed her diaper, got her down. She walked back out with me to the living room. I sat down, I was like out of breath. Like it was so sad. So as it starts getting cooler, I do want to start walking a little more in the evenings and start kind of being more physically active. So hopefully that'll kind of help with it, but I'm just so tired all the time. And I just get out of breath super easily. Just walking to and from my desk at work, I'm just like, like panting and like can't catch my breath. It's just sad. And then like my mood swings are still kind of crazy. I just get so pissed so easily. And I'm kind of praying that means that we're having a boy, because I didn't have any mood swings with our daughter at all. Like I didn't have like anything really with her. I had slight nausea, but not to enough where I was actually like throwing up. I just avoided certain foods that made me kind of feel ick. And like, other than that, I had back pain with her, but that's because she carried in the back and grew into my back. And so other than that, that's all I had with her. I had a great pregnancy, even though I was freaked out the entire time I was going to lose her. Like, I wish I didn't freak out, because I would have enjoyed it a little bit more, but just, I was scared my whole pregnancy with her. So I didn't really enjoy it from that part, but I didn't have like any symptoms with her. So this one's a slightly different. Still don't really have symptoms yet. I am only still 8 weeks. It can increase, but it can also start, I think they start to decrease over like after 13 weeks, at least the nausea part for some people. So yeah, it's weird. Like, I'm not having really any cravings. I'm still not like really into sweets. I'm a little more into like the salty, like my soy sauce I like, and, yeah, salty things like veggies. I love veggies, but I need to make more because I haven't been doing that. We've been eating out so much lately. It's just, I need to start cooking more veggies, and I could just eat a platter full of veggies and be completely fine. Not really into meat right now. I don't know. It just, I don't care about meat. So whenever I do make meat and stuff, which is almost every night, I don't really eat much of it, if any of it. So I've shared with my daughter. So I'm like, here, take some more meat, because I don't want it. But other than that, I really haven't been having anything. Just my mood swings and just tiredness. And that's it. So that's like my week 8. It's not anything different, just the being tired. I will have more to share next week after my appointment, so that'll be a better week, and hopefully I'll get to video it. I'm hoping. I'm going to ask him this next time if I can. I'm going to just tell him I'm going to video it for my mother-in-law, because he knows my mother-in-law. And then the weekend after next Monday, so not this upcoming weekend, but the following weekend, we're going to announce it to our family as long as the appointment goes well. And that following week, we'll announce it to our friends at my birthday party. So, yeah, so that's week 6. I'm not getting, like, obviously it's too soon for a bump or anything, but I am bloating. So it feels like I have a bump. Like, it feels like I'm pregnant, like bump wise, like my pants are tighter. Like, I don't know if I gained weight. I could have already, like, which isn't great, but because I haven't been eating great, but I at least feel like my clothes are a lot tighter. And I definitely think it's bloating wise. It is my second child, so I know I'll probably show sooner, because your abs are a lot less, are a lot weaker and already kind of stretched out, and your organs are kind of used to being moved around from having a baby. So I know a lot of women do show earlier with their second child, that they've carried a longer amount of time. So I'm thinking that's what's going on, is I'm going to start growing a little bit more. So this is the second one. This is the second pregnancy I've been this far. So, with our daughter, we made it all the way. Our other pregnancies, our 4 losses, have been early on. They've been nowhere past 5, maybe 6 weeks, but definitely by the 4 or 5 week mark. So definitely doubled up on our amounts along. So that's great. I'm trying to enjoy the pregnancy, but sometimes I forget I'm pregnant, because there's like, it was just hard to forget. I mean, I don't really forget, but it's just not a daily or an every moment of the day thing I'm thinking about, because like the other day I was lifting really heavy stuff at work, and I'm like, oh, like, I don't know if I should be doing this, but I'm like, oh, I think I'll be fine. Like, I'm not going to strain myself that bad. So, but I had to rethink about it. I'm like, oh, what should I have even done that? Like, And the reason I was carrying stuff is because the person who was going to carry it to our supply closet, she had thrown her like neck out. So I'm like, don't do it. I'll do it. I don't want you to get hurt even worse. So, but she threw her neck out at home. So it didn't happen to work. So yeah, I did that. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should have done that, but oh well. So it happened. Nothing happened to me. I'm fine. So, but it's just things like that. Like I kind of forget for that quick second because I have no symptoms to like obviously show that I'm pregnant. There's only 2 people at work that know I'm pregnant, and that's my boss, because she's been very sweet and very intuitive of like how I'm doing, because I did have 2 miscarriages. My main first one this year was at work. It started at work, and I was like, I have to go home. I was like breaking down crying. I was like, I have to go home. I'm losing my baby right now. I'm like, I can't be here. And then the second one was, they didn't know about the second one, but I was also miscarrying at work that morning. But I'm like, I'm not going to take work off again. I've been through this. I can handle it. You know, I knew it was a possibility. So I still went to work that day. So she's been very sweet. She's known all about, obviously I have to tell her like if I'm having an appointment and I won't be in that day, or I have to go a longer lunch or something. So she's very, very sweet and kind and wanting to know how my appointments go. And, you know, she had fertility issues as well. Not really any miscarriages, but getting pregnant. So they had to do like the freeze the eggs and, you know, have it insert, like actually like IVF, and they actually put the egg in and everything like that, and already fertilized. So I always forget what that's called. Like, I don't know. And it's not like a IUI or whatever. Anyways, so she had to do that with twice with her daughter and then her son that she had last year. So she's very sweet, very worried about me, and so she likes to check in. So she knows I'm pregnant, and then a coworker of mine knows I'm pregnant just because she was saying something along the lines of like we were talking about insurance, because I'm not getting very good coverage like I thought I was. Like I thought our insurance was great at work. People rave about it, like how wonderful it is, how much it covers them. Well, I found out that's for those who have a salary insurance there. So if they're salary and they have insurance through like our corporate company, it's great insurance. However, I am hourly. Our insurance sucks. So it's the same insurance, but it's like different levels. So I'm not getting like really any coverage on like my blood work and stuff. I still have to pay like $10 every time I get my blood drawn. I had my hormones checked. That was $210. I'm like, what did it even freaking cover? They're like, oh, it would have been like $500. Whatever. Oh my God, that's insane. So we're probably going to switch back to my husband's insurance, because I never got any of these freaking like bills like this when I got blood drawn, just blood drawn. So I'm like, I'm definitely not going to be excited when I see the OB like bills coming in, because that's going to freaking jack us up. We honestly haven't even paid towards our daughter's hospital bill yet, because it was outrageous. I was on my husband's insurance at that time, but it would have been so much less if they had got my baby out like within a day or two like they were supposed to. But it took them 4 days to get my daughter out. And then we had to stay an additional 2 days after she was born because she had jaundice, because it took them so long to get her out. And then also they wouldn't let me formula feed. It was a breastfeed only. They didn't provide formula. They said you can go out and buy formula and bring it back, but they didn't tell us that to the last day. So I was just trying to breastfeed, but I had a breast reduction done. So I have scarring, and I just couldn't get any kind of supply to come in. So my daughter starved for like 2 days. And then she had to be tortured for the following week, getting her heels sliced open every day to check her jaundice levels. So luckily, as soon as we got home, we were pushing formula. We were pushing donated breast milk from my sister and my cousin to help her get her levels back up. But as we were in that hospital, they were just awful. I hate my labor story. I was in the hospital for 6 days, so I hate how my labor went, and I'm hoping this next one will be so much better. And so we still have that big bill. It's like $3,000 or something like that we have to pay towards, and she's almost 2 years old, and we haven't paid towards it yet. So our goal is to start making payments towards that, but we have so many bills, it's insane. So, because all these freaking medical bills are starting to come in. So, that's my fun life right there. But I am 8 weeks and 4 days. Next week will be so much better of a vlog because hopefully I'll get to have that video of the baby's heartbeat and know how all the blood results were. And I'm going to talk about, I am thinking of doing the, what is it called? Sneak peek genetics, like blood test. Not genetics, but it's like a gender blood test that you do in the mail and you send it and you get it back, like you get the emailed results back. You like prick your finger, you fill up a little vial, send it to their lab, and then they send you an email with your results. Everyone raves about how great it is and so accurate. And if it's not accurate, like if your phone call interrupted, if your gender is different on your ultrasound scan, you'll get your full money returned. So that's how much of a guarantee it is that, and I don't think many people have had to return it. So it's like 5-star all across the board. So I really want to do it. It's like $80. But if you go to their Instagram page, they have like a $12 off thing. So it's more like $67 when you do it. So I'm considering it just because if we get the genetics testing done through our doctor, I don't know how well my insurance will cover it. So I'll probably end up having to spend like $80+ anyways for that testing. So we're going to see. You could do it as early as 9 weeks for the gender. So I kind of want to do it just because we're going to tell my parents and all them at 10 weeks. So like the day after I turn 10 weeks. So I'm kind of wanting to do it. I just don't know how quick it's gonna, the results will come back. So I don't want to and my doctor is a few days off of he's gone off my period date, not my ovulation date. So my date as of them, I'm more like 8 weeks now rather than 8 weeks, 4 days. So I may not be I'll be a full 9 weeks by then because you have to be at least 9 weeks for that thing to work. Because what they do is they test your blood to see if there's any male chromosomes in there, which means you'd be having a boy if there was. If there's no male chromosome, then you're having a girl. So that's how they kind of depict that. So I really want to do it. I told my husband I kind of want it to be a birthday present to me, just to order it and we could have it done. And I just don't know if it'll be done on time for our parents because rather than... What I was going to do is I was going to wrap like a baby balloon. Like you've probably seen them if you watch enough baby reveal things like I do. But I was just going to put like one of those baby balloons in a box, like taped to the bottom of the box, wrapped up as a birthday gift to me and like from my husband. And I was going to open up in front of the family and have it like the baby pop up with like a number 2 on its belly with like the ultrasound picture attached to the string somewhere. But... if we knew the gender, I could actually get like it's a girl balloon or it's a boy balloon kind of thing. So I think I want to order it in secret. Because my husband's like, no, that's too much money. But it's like, honestly, I don't want to wait till our 20-week scan for our doctor because that's when they do it. It's like, I'm like, I don't want to wait that long. I want to know now. So... I don't know. And I don't really care if we miss out on the ultrasound, surprise. Everyone's like, oh, don't ruin that, moment that you have when you and your husband are sitting there at the ultrasound and then they tell you what the gender is. It's like, that don't really matter. I think the email alone, they said don't open it though. Don't open the email unless you or your husband or whoever is there with you. Because as soon as you click on it, it opens up with it's a boy or it's a girl. There's no secondary thing to open. So it's still a surprise. So it's still a surprise and it doesn't matter. We'll get to see all those ultrasounds regardless. And I just feel like I'll be able to connect a lot more and be a lot more I don't know. I think I'll be able to enjoy it a lot more as soon as I know gender. So I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that way, but if you guys use that, let me know and let me know how your experience was with the sneak peek gender test. Let me know how that went. So that's your 8-week bump date. Yeah, not much has changed, just some fun things happening in the near future. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys next week and let you know how the blood results were, how the baby's heartbeat was. yeah, and then I'll let you know what for sure plans I have for the reveal for our family. And if I get the genetic test, if I order it this weekend, I'll do it on the video next week. I'll do it and I'll show you guys how I'm doing it and everything. So you'll get to be a part of that too. So I might order it. I don't know. I just want to tell, I always order my presents regardless. My husband never goes out and buys me presents ever. He sucks at buying presents. In fact, I don't think I've ever gotten a memorable gift from him. I think I've always had to buy my own. Or his parents bought it for me, something like that. In fact, ever since we got married or even have been dating, his family have gotten way better gifts from him because I'm the one shopping for them. So I love my husband to death, but he is not a good shopper. He does not listen to little hints or anything like that you may want. So if you want something, you have to go out and get it because that's how I have to do it. I got this little ring. It has my daughter's little birth gemstones in it for her birthday month of December. I bought that for myself on Valentine's Day because my husband didn't get me anything. He got me flowers. I mean, he'll do that. He gets me flowers on my birthday, on our anniversary, and on Valentine's Day. 3 times a year I get flowers. So sometimes on my birthday, not always. But yeah, so he's not the best gift giver. And so I might buy it myself this weekend and be like, happy birthday to me. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. You'll know by the next video. All right. So I will see you guys next week for week 9. All right. Bye.